Hey guys, this is Justin Kuhn, and I'm just out here seeing what God has for me, and I'm reading from Acts 14. See it right there? 14 through 20. So it'd be awesome if we could read this together and we could see what God gives us and see what He has to say. So here I go. But when the apostles Barnabas and Paul heard of it, they tore their garments and rushed out into the crowd, crying out, "Men, why are you doing these things? We also are men of like nature with you, and we bring you good news, that you should turn from these vain things to a living God, who made the heaven and the earth and the sea and all that is in them. In past generations he allowed all the nations to walk in their own ways, yet he did not leave himself without witness. For he did good by giving you rains from heaven and fruitful seasons, satisfying your hearts with food and gladness. Even with these words they scarcely restrained the people from offering sacrifice to them. But the Jews came from Antioch and Iconium, and having persuaded the crowds, they stoned Paul and dragged him out of the city, supposing he was dead." That's a bummer. But when the disciples gathered about him, he rose up and entered the city, and on the next day he went on with Barnabas, sorry about that, to Derbe. So as I was going over this, I just thought it was really crazy that they didn't try to, I didn't, in my passage of scripture I just read, it didn't show it, but right before this, they prayed for a guy who was lame and he got healed. And that's why they wanted to offer sacrifices with him in this first part of the scripture, was because he had healed this guy. And I thought it was so cool. And God really spoke to me that these people aren't, Paul and Barnabas aren't these people that are like superheroes. They're not superheroes. These are average people. And he really spoke to me that it's the average people that do the crazy things. And if you look at here, it says, let me find it real quick. It says, "Men, why are you doing these things? We are men of like nature with you, and we bring you good news." So these were normal men that just brought good news. And God really spoke to me that, it just takes normal men and normal women to do this sort of thing. And I don't know what God spoke to you, but it'd be really cool to hear from you. And I really hope you text Tom and let him know what God spoke to you through this passage. I just hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope you realize that it just takes normal men and normal women to accomplish great things.